Have you ever felt like you know there's something more to you, but you just don't have the words for it? Well, today we're going to explore this really cool framework from the Starseed Soul Project that might just click for you. We're talking about something called soul frequencies.
So let me ask you this. Do you ever just feel, well, different? Like you're seeing the world through a totally unique filter, or you have this deep sense that you're here for a reason, even if you can't quite name it? That's exactly what we're digging into today, a way to finally put some words to those feelings.
So, what are these soul frequencies? Basically, the whole idea is that our soul has a kinda home base, a specific vibration that can be traced back to different star systems. Now, this goes way beyond just astrology. We're talking about a unique mission, a set of gifts, and a whole way of experiencing reality that's like coded right into our being.
Okay, so to make this feel a bit more real, let's break it down into two big archetypes. First on the list, we've got the communicators. And yeah, it's pretty much what it sounds like. These are the souls whose entire gift is built around connection, expression, and, bridging those gaps between people.
And inside this communicator group, we find two specific frequencies, the Pleiadian and the Cassiopean. You can just feel their different vibes from the imagery, right? They're both considered masters of connecting with others, of relational intelligence, but they do it in completely different ways. You've got this soft, almost ethereal vibe from the Pleiadian, and then this really focused, kind of regal energy from the Cassiopean. And this is where you can really see the difference. Think of the Pleiadian frequency as pure, radiant empathy. They heal just by being there with warmth and resonance. They're called the messengers of light for a reason. But then you have the Cassiopeans, the healers of heart and mind. They use emotional intelligence, yeah, but it's sharpened by reason. They heal with words, with dialogue, with clarity. It's kind of like the difference between someone giving you a warm, comforting hug versus someone sitting down with you for a conversation that changes your whole perspective. I love this quote because it just perfectly nails the Pleiadian mission. Their strength isn't about fighting or confronting things head-on. It's all about their presence. They just bring light. They show up in these cold, disconnected places, and just by illuminating what's there, they spark transformation. It's such a gentle, but wow, what a powerful way to create change.
And then you see the Cassiopean gift in action. They're like the ultimate translators for the soul. So, where a Pleiadian soothes emotional chaos with their vibe, a Cassiopean steps in and gives it words. They are amazing at taking a big, tangled mess of feelings and applying logic to it, or taking a really rigid, intellectual idea and injecting it with some much-needed compassion. They literally build a bridge where before there was just a huge gap.
All right, let's switch gears to our second major archetype, the architects. And yeah, the name kind of gives it away. These are the souls who are here to build, to structure things, to bring a sense of order and coherence to the world. They often work with those invisible systems and patterns that are running everything behind the scenes.
So the two frequencies we're looking at here are the Arcturian and the Starseedian. What's so cool is that they're both all about creating order, but how they do it couldn't be more different. You've got one who's like a visionary, building brand new things, and the other who's more like a dedicated guardian, protecting what's already here.
Okay, so here's the breakdown. The Arcturian is the architect of conscious evolution. These are the people who literally build new frameworks for how we think and live. They can see the hidden geometry, the patterns under everything. Now, contrast that with the Starseedian, who is the navigator. They don't build new stuff so much as they maintain what's there. They have this incredible ability to sense when things are out of whack, and they step in to restore balance, which is so crucial when everything feels like it's changing. And check out this quote. It really gets to the heart of the Arcturian soul. They don't just wish for peace or hope it happens. They engineer it. It's a careful, systematic, step-by-step process. They're building the foundations, the actual structures that allow consciousness to grow and evolve in a safe way.
The Starseedians, on the other hand, are this incredibly powerful stabilizing force. You can think of them as cosmic navigators who just have this inner compass that never, ever wavers. So when things get chaotic, when societies or systems or even just people start flying off to extremes, the Starseedian is the one who holds the center. They're guided by this deep, unshakable core of truth and fairness.
So, of course, it's not all just amazing gifts and superpowers, right? Every single one of these frequencies has its challenges. For every gift, there's a corresponding shadow side, a set of lessons that soul really needs to learn and integrate to reach its full potential.
And what's so interesting about this shadow idea is that you can see a common thread running through all four types we've talked about.
You've got the Pleiadian who avoids conflict at all costs, the Cassiopeian who has to logic out every single feeling, the Arcturian who thinks control equals safety, or the Tau-Cetian who is terrified of things being out of balance. You see what's happening? It's like they're over-relying on their main gift, and it's all coming from a place of fear.
So, the big lesson here, the path forward for all of them, really boils down to one word: trust. It's about learning to trust the process, trust that there's wisdom in our feelings, and trust that being imperfect is actually a necessary part of growth. The whole journey is about moving from trying to force harmony, because you're scared, to consciously building it from a place of wisdom and wholeness.
So, after hearing all of that, you're probably wondering, okay, which one am I? And it's important to remember this isn't about slapping a label on yourself or fitting into some tiny box. It's really about finding a new language for yourself, a new way to understand and maybe even embrace the unique gifts you bring to the table.
Now, if this has got you thinking and you want to dive deeper, all of this information comes from the Starseed Soul Project. They have tons more information on these frequencies and a whole lot more, so it's definitely worth checking out.
So, I'll just leave you with this final thought to carry with you. As you go about your day, just pay attention to the kind of energy you naturally bring to situations. Are you a communicator, weaving people together with your warmth or your clarity? Or are you more of an architect, building something new, or maybe just holding everything together? Which one of these feels like it resonates with your soul's purpose? Because that answer, it might just be the key to everything.